Hi everyone, my name is Alexei. I'm from Frankfurt in Germany, and I'm here with my co-founder Gal, and we're going to present PowChess to you. So PowChess is basically a chess server where you can play against strangers and friends online and earn money while doing so. Okay, what is chess? I think almost every one of you knows what chess is. Let's do a show of hands. Who has played chess in this year? Either online or classically over the board. Okay, not that many people, but you can change that. So you will be able to play on PowChess here on the computers or just use your smartphone. Okay, so in chess we have 64 squares. I think you all know it. Here is the initial position, white and black. And the game gets very complicated pretty quickly. So after 2 moves, 1 move in chess is 1 half move for white and 1 half move for black. And here, after 2 moves, we already get 70,000 possible positions. Okay, there are rough estimates of the game tree complexity in chess, and they put the number of possible games at around 10 to the power of 120. That's a 1 with 120 zeros. It's impossible to imagine. Just for comparison, we have around 10 to the power of 77 possible Bitcoin addresses that will ever exist because of SHA-256. And we have around 10 to the power of 80 atoms in the universe. So it's completely impossible to brute force all the chess games and solve the chess game, so to speak. Another funny thing, chess was part of the Septem Probitatis, the 7 agilities a knight had to master in the 13th century, so alongside with fencing, hunting, and so on. Okay, over the past few years, online chess got very popular. So here you can see 2 significant increases. The first one, we all know about that, I think, was March 2020. The coronavirus lockdowns and so on, they triggered the first wave in online chess. I actually started with online chess in that time again after a break of around 5 years. And then we had the extremely popular Netflix series, The Queen's Gambit, which triggered the second wave. And now online chess is pretty popular. The market has grown a lot. There are a lot of sponsorships, streamers, YouTubers, and some chess players joined a few esports teams, and so on.
So first of all, thank you for the organizers. The Bitcoin Association is great being here. It's great to see new faces and old faces I haven't seen in years. PowChess is changing chess and is moving it to the next level. Our first few key features we have, I'm not going to talk about all of them, but we have play to earn. So you can make your skills and your time work for you and worth something. You can play against others and get earnings when you win. This also helps us to have a homepage without advertising, because we can take a small cut and don't need to rely on ads. So no ads, no banners, no please remove your ad blocker, those messages. We have a clean screen, and everything is focused to make a great gaming experience. So if you play for money, on our page you have 2 options, stake and donation. Stake is quite straightforward. Both players pay in an equal amount, and the winner gets it all. Donation is a bit different. In this mode, the one creating the game pays in 100%, and the one receiving the invite and playing against him will get everything, no matter if he wins or loses. So you might think, I can just do 1 move and then I'll get everything, but there's a limit of number of moves you need to do, so you truly need to play in order to get it. So there's no better way than to show it live, and we're going to do it a bit interactive.
Yeah, so who wants to win $200 right now? Okay, please come onto the stage. Do you have a Handcash wallet installed?
So an applause for our player.
What's your name? Okay. Okay, great. Then show me your hand cash wallet, and I will give you $100.
So we're going to do a regular stake game.
Okay.
Both players will pay $100.
Okay, you received the payment perfectly. It's instant. Okay. I can show you how you can sign up to PowChess. So just click sign in, then click connect hand cash. I already have an account, so he will just log in. But if you press this button for the first time, then you can set your username. Okay, now we are logged in. And I will just invite you, or wait, we have to set up the spending limit. Limits. Okay, let's make that $200. Okay, now you have to create a PowChess account. So just go on PowChess.com and click the connect to Handcash button. Okay, great. Okay, now I will challenge you a 1-minute game with $100 at stake. So if you win, you can go home with $200. And we can show the game here. Okay, great. You have white. Let's start. We have 1 minute. Hopefully you're not a grandmaster. Can everyone see the game? Okay, great.
So you see the time on the left side. Alexei is currently having 39 seconds left, and our other player 23 seconds.
Okay, sorry, but good game. Okay, now let's see if I have got the money. Okay, great. Here you can see that I paid $99. Then I got an activity payout. Gal will tell you more about this in a second. And here's the prize money, minus our fee and the activity payout.
Involved here in the payment was an escrow contract on-chain. What we do is once, in this case, Alice and Bob did their first move, they both pay into the escrow contract on-chain, and then we as PowChess get the possibility to unlock once we know who the winner is. The contract is programmed in such a way that we can only pay out to the players. We can't pay it to any other person. And in my example, Alice won and got all the money. We also have tokens. Every paid game creates a token on-chain. We initialize it with just some data like the player names and the time settings, but then with every move, we update the token in real time. This gives us, later on, immutable record of all the moves, and you can review it, and who knows, maybe some famous game will have even a market value one day. We use the run protocol, which is used on a BSV. It's one of the most used and well-maintained run protocols. So Alexei is just showing the transactions that have been created while they were playing. So we have a link to what's on chain.
Yeah, so here's the game that we have played a few minutes ago. And here you can see our token with all the transactions. So every transaction is a move that updates the token. And you have essentially all the game state in here.
Why BSV? So there are two reasons, well, multiple reasons, some technical, some economic. First, the technical ones. And you've heard those a few times this morning. I'm going to iterate on them again. So first of all, it was very important for us to choose a blockchain chain that scales. We wanted to know that no matter what we throw at it, it will handle it. We don't want it to be the bottleneck, if then us. Bitcoin SV has had blocks with gigabyte in sizes, and even a block with 2.5 million transactions in a single block. So we know it can scale. We even saw a presentation with 50,000 transactions per second. Bitcoin SV has a stable protocol. We know that if we create a contract like the escrow, it will run today and it will run tomorrow. Then transaction processing is distributed. So even if some processor is going down, most call them miners, then the others will just fill its place and there is no downtime. They all compete, but they work on the same chain, which many call competition, and whenever there's competition, then we can only win. There's no single failure because of this. And also very important is that Bitcoin SV has reactivated the smart contract possibilities, so we can create anything that we want, even things that until recently people thought would only be possible on Ethereum or other such chains. Now they are possible on Bitcoin SV. From the economic point of view, Bitcoin SV has very low transaction fees, and they are even going down as the chain scales. And this is the opposite of what we observe with other chains, where the fee goes up as it is used more. In the last 2 years alone, we have seen that the fees went down by 2 orders of magnitude. And we expect this to continue. As an example, the escrow contract that we use, as of today, all transactions involved, for those we pay about 1/100th of a cent, and to create a run token and all the updates for a game of approximately 35 moves per player, we pay approximately 1/10th of a cent. Micropayments are also very important. We can have players play for a few cents or even less, much less than a cup of coffee. And this also allows us to pay them out immediately. We don't have to gather the money in our wallet. We are non-custodial, and we don't have any risk of getting hacked and the winnings or fees stolen from us. We have an activity leaderboard. Each game a player plays on PowChess gives him points. He collects them, and the players with the highest number of points get on the leaderboard. Important here is that even for free games you get points. So you could collect them and you could earn BSV without even paying. So the leaderboard does not only give gratification to those players who play the most, but we also use it to redistribute part of our cut as a payout to the top 100 players on the leaderboard. So even those that play for free can get a cut. Now, recently, Handcash has announced that they have limited the incoming limit of payment to 1 Satoshi, which is the smallest unit there is in Bitcoin. And it's such a small unit in amount in US dollars, I'm not even going to try to compare it to some hot beverage. And we're excited that thanks to this, we are going to increase the payout to not only the top 100 on the leaderboard, but the top 1,000. We also have, beside the classical game, arcade games. There are 3 arcade games in the Haste arcade store: Madestorm, Streak 64, and MoveChain. And we invite you to play those games. They're quite fun. And if you don't know which one to choose, most users prefer MateStorm.
Last but not least, we want to make an announcement. So coming next month to our platform are chess arenas. So what exactly is a chess arena? Arenas are created by us or in the future by every player who wants to create an arena. It has a defined start time, duration, and so on. And once it's created, you can join the arena, you can leave before the start, and so on. Currently, we are limiting arenas to 1,000 players. In the arena, you get paired with random opponents that have similar arena scores as yourself, and you have to collect as many points as possible to climb up the leaderboard of the arena. So one win, for example, gives you 2 points, one draw, 1 point, and you get extra points for streaks and so on. There are a few popular chess websites that host tournaments with several hundreds or thousands of players, but only a very limited amount of them get prizes. So in most cases, only the first, second, and third place gets a small prize, and we're going to change that with micropayments. So here you can see an example graph of a tournament with 500 players, where the best 20% get payouts. So we have an exponential distribution. The higher your rank in the tournament, the more percentage of the prize pool you will get. Here's some example. When you're creating the arena, you can set the winner rate up to 50%. So if the prize pool is, for example, $2,500, we have 50% of people who get a prize. Then we will make automatically 500 payouts. The first player gets $223, and the 500th player gets at least 64 US cents. And we can even make tournaments with a $10 prize pool, and it could be also split to 500 players. And we hope that this kind of tournaments will encourage participation, because your chance to win something is way bigger than anywhere else. And there also will be tournaments that are free to play, but you can earn money, and that's even better. We have a feature that creators and organizers of such tournaments can set a fee up to 50%, and so it will be pretty easy for streamers, for organizers, and so on to create a tournament on our website, charge a fee, and make some money. Okay, then we also will have special NFT prizes, at least for our official tournaments, and here's a preview of them. Of course, these will be NFTs, and that are completely on-chain, so not just the hash, and the players on our website will be able to collect them, to trade them, sell them, and so on. Okay. Thanks for your attention. Please visit us on our website.